Check this Jeep out. Getting ready to do a clutch job on it. Looks pretty cool. Not sure if I'm digging the green though. So I just dropped the trans on the CJ5. I'm doing a clutch and a throwout bearing on it. Ew. Ew. Oh my God. This is the thing with aftermarket parts. So there was a new version done, and so as a result, the clutches are different. So like this one's got 3 fingers, and this one's a little bit shorter, but it comes with all of them. The replacement bushings were too big. And now, the fun part is, the main complaint behind the whole thing was that the throwout bearing was shot, right? So, 2 different styles. No matter how many different ways from Sunday, I make this joke that every time I hear somebody say make it work, it just reminds me of the little kid trying to make the triangle fit in the circle, and he's like beating it with a hammer, you know what I mean? And you guys want to be mechanics. That's not all that bad, man. At least I get to use my hands. I get to use my hand tools. It's pretty cool. I actually was kind of excited because I got my snap-on slide hammer that I was going to use again today. But that didn't happen. I was going to use the Matco bushing driver kit. That didn't happen. And I don't think I'm going to get this done today. That's just my thoughts. What? Yeah, buddy. Hey, Tom. How old were when you started spinning a wrench?
10.
Okay, professionally.
Professionally, 20 years ago.
20 years ago, which was late 30s? Huh? No comment? No comment? Oh, no. Oh, boy. Back when Buddy Holly was still on the radio? Elvis was still the king? I love giving him shit. These Matco hose pinch pliers, and they've been all right. It's kind of nice to have that spring. I gotta be honest here. I picked these up probably about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago today. And they are like stupid paper thin. I blow through them like crazy. And I put 2 layers on. I don't get it sometimes. It is a Phillips. Damn it. Is it right there? It's not right there, but yeah, it's right here at the back.
Should be a new gasket for you over there too.
The fun part is going to be getting them little tiny Phillips screws out.
You want this guy?
Oh, hopefully that works. Remember last time when we tried to take some regulator off, we almost had to like have it on a bench and then use an impacting screwdriver just to crack them loose. Hey, how's it going everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. I hope you're enjoying your Friday Eve. That's right, baby. One more day till the weekend. Come on, Friday. And don't forget, we also do a Friday Night Live hangout, 6 o'clock Pacific. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when we do go live. So put it down in your calendar. Any rate, what's today's topic? All right, today's topic is gonna be every pick set that I own currently, okay? This is gonna be past, present, and looking forward to futuristic purchases. Before I go ahead and go into the show and tell portion, I'm a little bit parched. You can have any beer you want, as long as it's a Corona. Alright, let's get on into it. The first pick set that I ever owned, and I do not have them here, are the cheap little orange-handled Harbor Freight Specials. They held up well for most part. Only when I went to go bending and tweaking them to get a different angle, like I'm getting ready to show you one here, they broke. So this is an old snap-on set. So this was the second set of picks that I picked up, was this snap-on set. And you can see how I bent and tweaked the hook portion. As time would pass, so would my pick set, right? It got passed around the whole entire shop, and eventually I was down to one. This is when I was working over at the dealership. All right, so what did I have to do? All right, so pick set numero dos. I actually picked up a Matco 4-piece pick set, had them for a little while, and then I think I just gave them away because I wanted to try out something of more of a medium grade quality, right? So I did a giveaway to give back to my fellow viewers, and I went with a medium grade. So we picked up these channel locks from Builder Supply. So I've had these for probably about 4 years, and I gotta tell you, I have not been disappointed with them. I haven't had any defects in any of the metal, and I haven't had any defects of the plastic. These things have been just about in as much fluid as you could possibly imagine, been dropped, kicked, stepped on. I mean, you name it. I just dropped one now. You name it, they've been through it, right? So that became my go-to pick set for at least 4 years. All right, I'm gonna get into the next pick set. So this pick set I picked up from Snap-on Mike, if you guys remember Snap-on Mike. This is before he had lost the route. But this is the Snap-on 4-piece hook and pick set. And they have this knurling here towards the bottom of the handle, which makes it nice to grip onto when you're trying to yank small little seals or just trying to work around some kind of an O-ring and get a nice pull. So I actually liked that feature. We're going to come back to that. The handle, they changed that from the previous design. So they changed it from this design to this design. But overall, I've loved and enjoyed having these. Now you can see where somebody was using it for something they probably shouldn't have. It's fine, it's whatever. And then of course I have this 90-degree angle pick here that I had to alter, okay? Because I was trying to get in on this Chrysler transmission where the transmission line goes into the side of the transmission. I was trying to get in there to unhook the little cotter pin that kind of goes around. You guys know the goofy looking one I'm talking about. Yesterday I actually ran into a situation with that Mitsubishi Raider, and it did not want to do that anymore. It did not want to work, right? So maybe I just wore it past its welcome. So that's when we decided to pick up the Matco long reach pick set. Now this wasn't the next one in line. In fact, the next one in line would be these Mayhew non-marring, non-scarring O-ring and seal removals tools, okay? These are pretty much, I would put these in the pick set kind of category because you use them for virtually almost the same exact thing. But I've had these now for probably about 5, maybe even 4 or 5 years, I would say. Somewhere in between there. It was before Jeff went from Cornwell to GEARWRENCH, okay? So I bought these from Jeff, but the Mayhew set has been great. Okay, then I picked up the Titan non-marring, non-scarring. This is a trim tool set, but I have used one end for a specific seal, and so I kind of put it in that pick-like kind of tool set, okay? But I got these from O'Reilly's. They're fairly inexpensive. I think you're going to enjoy them. Alright, so before we go back to the Matcos, then I bought one big old hook tool, and I actually got this from Snap-on George. This was one of the few tools that I purchased from him before he quit the route. Then it wore out, the tip broke, and eventually it wasn't really a Radiator hook pick anymore. Then Garrett came back into play with Snap-on, and he warrantied out the hook. So, good to go, right? Okay, then we go towards this Matco set, which I was using quite a bit today, actually. And they did come in handy for a lot of different things. Anything from electrical connectors, and what I liked most about this when it comes into, for electrical connectors specifically, is that the tip, especially for the 90 degree, is so much longer than on the small little channel lock. And even if I was to be fair and put this side by side to the Snap-on, you can see it's definitely longer than the Snap-on too. And I only grounded it flat. I didn't grind the tip off, okay? So just food for thought. So at any rate, so I do like these hook picks. They worked out well for electrical today. Okay, but Garrett came by the shop. Senior Snap-on man himself. We made our payment, but not without buying something. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so I had my eyeballs on the full heavy-duty hook and pick set for the Radiator. That's going to be a future purchase. I chose not to get that today. Instead, what I picked up were these. These are the new Snap-on long reach hook and pick set. Let me take one out here and show you, and we'll do a little side-by-side comparison as well of the product. Okay, so here is the Matco one. Remember, I was talking very highly and positively about the length of the pick, and Snap-on does not disappoint. The pick length and everything is almost completely identical, for the exception of the color of the metal and the thickness of the handle. The thickness of the handle was extremely beneficial to me today. I was working on this Nissan. I had a few of these hoses that were being difficult. I was using these, and honestly, I liked the wider grip for this reason, okay? I don't know what it was about it. There are times that I really do prefer a narrow grip, but in today's workings, okay, I preferred the wide grip. I didn't think I would like a screwdriver style handle for their pick set, but I do. I actually really like it. All right, lastly, and this is kind of like in the middle between the Matco ones that I picked up and the Snap-on ones that I picked up today, but we did pick up the Icon Radiator hose pick / scraper set. Now obviously this is way big, right? This was way too big for what it was that I was going to be using it for today. Ergo, they are still new. Okay, I haven't had to do really any Radiator jobs. The only Radiator job I had was the other day, and frankly the hose just mushed right off the Radiator. It's a rarity, but it mushed right off, right? It was almost effortless, so I didn't bother having to fight or struggle with a hose, and otherwise I would have used those and showed you guys how well they held up. But at any rate, no immediate need just yet, but they are a pick set that I think will be beneficial in the long and run / grand scheme of things. Alright guys, so that's every single pick set that I've owned throughout the years by various companies and my experiences with them. Feel free to share your thoughts and opinions down in the comments about what pick sets you like and prefer, which ones you've had, how long you've had them, and if you had to do it all over again, would you? And seeing how some of these newer pick sets are coming out with different companies and they got thicker handles, have you considered picking up any newer picks as a result of outdated ones that you've had in your toolbox for God knows how long?
Let us know down in the comments. That's all I got for today's video. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. We'll see you next time. Deuces.